200 days of testing Sera products, and here's my final conclusion. I spent the last 6 months testing these products that were sent to me by Sera. So this video is technically sponsored. Now, they have not paid me any money, but they did send me products to test. So the only way to do that is with time and dedicating tanks to their product. Fish are eating the foods, how they look after a certain amount of time. So the first test was on the growth food and the color food. Now, I've been using these products for about 30 years in different variations, a staple food and everything. So I already know they're really good foods, but I still wanted to dedicate a tank and some fish to just these products. So for 45 days, they got nothing but Sera of one form or another. So here are these fish, and this tank is 45 days in. Now today they're going to go back to a more varied diet. I believe that variation is the key. You don't want to just feed one food. There's no food that's perfect, but there are foods that are high quality. But it was nice of them to send me these because I didn't know about the growth food. I did know about the color food. So what's nice about this color food is I used it on my red discus, which you can see here. That really did make them pop a little more. So 45 days straight of these two foods, my staple that I bought, and also the insect food, and I supplemented with the vitamins. So these vitamins they sent me too. So the final conclusion on this tank is the colors are amazing. The growth was, acceptable. Now, you guys know I don't use beef heart to grow my discus out. I do use some other products, but for this tank alone, I just used the dry food. Every day I did double checks on this tank to make sure that everything was growing and not shrinking. So are you going to get expansive, massive growth quickly? No, but that's the thing, is I don't really want that. I want nice, steady, healthy growth, okay? I'm not trying to grow the biggest discus. I'm trying to grow the most healthy discus. And you guys know I'm moving into the wilds more. So I've gotten a lot of wilds in my room now. These reds, I really like them because they're super hardy. It's hard to get these fish sick. So that's one reason why, as far as domestic discus, I like the pigeon blood strain, which kind of this is, but these are variations of that, obviously the red. So you'll see that there's different sizes in this tank too. I'm not a big believer in the hormone stunting thing. I think that it's more of aggression or food dominance. All right, so the next experiment was with these black rams. I took 30 of these black rams and put them in their own tank. Now, you have to understand that these black rams retail, this tank right here with even the stir by is about $2,000 retail. Even though the $2,000 tank right here retail, I probably will get about $650, $700. But it's one, in a couple months, I can box these things up, take them down, one shot, it's done. I can move on to something else. I got a free tank. Here's the thing with the rams. I exclusively fed them Sera, okay? So for the first 30 days away from the parents, I did feed them the micron. So the Sera micron, this stuff is incredible. And I did supplement it with baby brine shrimp. Now I'm going to be honest with you, the baby brine shrimp is crucial. There's something about the enzyme of the live shrimp that it helps the immune system, it helps the growth rate. The micron, the first 30 days, and then supplement with the baby brine shrimp. Now after 30 days, I stopped with the baby brine shrimp. So with the rams, I did supplement other foods because, variety is a key, but I wanted to make sure I only supplemented with Sera products. So I did use the treat mix, which is a flake. I like this. Now I use other flakes from other companies, and they're well known and their quality, and the krill is the base of it, and everyone kind of knows who that is, but I'm not going to start talking about that because this is a Sera video. But I actually like the flake. Now I'm not a huge flake person, but one thing I liked about this was as they were small, I could grind it up really easy. It kind of has a silky, and they attack it. So that's kind of my barometer, is if they're gonna eat it, they're going to get it. If they don't eat it, and I put foods in that they don't eat. So, and this whole thing about it takes time for them to like a food is garbage. If your fish are hungry, they're going to eat something, but there's some foods that they just won't touch. So the treat mix, I like this. I was skeptical because it didn't have that look that I was so used to with flake food, but after feeding it, the rams, they tore it apart. So this tank got the treat mix, okay? And then as they were young too, they were getting the probiotics. Now I don't know much, I can't really claim probiotics and all that stuff, but they did eat it and they enjoyed it and they attacked it. So, you know, probiotics, sure, why not? Okay? So that's something that I would recommend because they ate it. And that's really the key. And they grew fine on it. So probiotics. And then the other one was the Vipan family. So this one has a little bit of a strange texture, but after a few feedings, they did eat it. Now they did not eat it right away, so I don't know if there was just something about the texture, but after about the third feeding, they did eat it. I don't know much about this. I think this is more of an everyday food. I would love to try this again and see, okay? Now this one, so in my initial video, the Onips tabs, I had heard rumors that this wasn't as good, that it didn't work as well. Oh, total BS. This stuff, man, I feed it to everybody, my rainbows, and this is my third, so I never bought this before until they sent me the sample. This is my third container of it. So I went out and bought it 2 more times. Now it is expensive, but I don't know what it is. The fish go nuts for it. So you just put it on the glass and just incredible. So this stuff I will be keeping in my fish room full time, the Onips. One thing I like about it is its quality. They attack it. And it's easy to feed, guys. So if you guys, you know, if you're in a hurry and you just stick one in the glass and take off, and they're going to chew on this for hours. It is amazing. So highly, highly, highly recommend. I know there were people online that were poo-pooing it because of the nature. This stuff, love it. Okay, Onips tabs. I highly recommend it, and it will be in my fish room full time now. All right, so the peat. This stuff I love, and I've been using it since day one. They didn't have to send this to me because I bought it for years, and I'll keep buying it. Tried other peats, nothing compares to this stuff. It's something, and what's nice about it is the longevity of it. It lasts forever. Super peat, highly recommended as far as getting water tannins and lowering, softening, and lowering pH. Okay, so here's another one that they did not send me. And I've been buying these, and I love this, the Sera Catapas. Okay, so I have been buying this for about 2 years now. And I've tried other ones. I went to Etsy, and you get those deals for 100 Catapa leaves for 20 bucks or whatever. Not even close, okay? So I'm going to talk about the quality of Sera. Here's the thing. You're going to pay more up front. There's no doubt about it. But the value long term, you're actually saving money. Because the quality just lasts longer. So when you buy quality, you get better value for your money. So yes, up front, you think you're paying more for it. It's just the same. It's not the same. The Catapas, they go in all my ram tanks. They go in all my Corridora tanks. I just drop a leaf in there. And the thing is you don't have to use an entire leaf. You can cut a leaf in half or quarter it. Or, sometimes when I do my ram fry egg, I just cut a leaf to the size of the catch cup. And then I just drop it in there. And then by the third day, it's so much tannin in that little catch cup that it's basically an antifungal. So this is something that I bought. I will only use the Sera Catapas. I've tried like three or four different Catapas, and they just don't last as long, and they don't get the water as tannin. So there's something about these leaves that are amazing. Alder cones. These I purchased myself. They did not send me these. These are something I use in my fish room. These are a little bit more, I would say, condensed, or they have a little bit more punch to them. So I'll drop just one of these in a tank every now and then, or I'll throw them in a filter or something. I won't use a bunch of them, so little goes a long way on these alder cones. They really are cool. I love them, and they last forever. The next one is the filter floss. All right, I was kind of skeptical on this product because I have to be honest, I used to use this stuff here, okay? But here's the thing. This stuff, history. Okay, so here's the thing. Twice as much, but this is a pound, over a pound. That's probably a quarter pound. This one, I get 4 times a squeeze, so cleaning out of a filter to 1. That stuff just disintegrates, that poly, okay? So you're getting 4 times the life for twice the cost, and you're getting probably 4 times the material. So really a value, again, you gotta look at the value long term. Yes, I could throw my money away and say that was $10 for that stupid bag. This is $25, I believe. It's 4 times as much, lasts 4 times as long. You do the math on that. So this is something, and I mean, I haven't used much of it, but what's nice about it is it's so dense. And it cleans, you know, you can clean it, squeeze it out, and clean it, reuse it, clean it, reuse it. So I've gotten a good 4 amounts. Now you could go longer, but at 4 times I got, you know, this bag that I got that'll probably last me years, that I just keep switching out every 4 cleaning. Filter wool, skeptical I was. I'm not anymore. For the price and the quality and the density and the cleaning of it, it's just a better product, okay? Now there's other products I'm sure that are comparable, but this is something that I'll reuse. Now here's the thing with the Sera, is I know the quality's there, but I just didn't know about all these products. So I am a huge believer in this stuff. It goes into all my hang-on backs. If I have any kind of issues or anything that I need to clean a tank, particle-wise, this is what I use. So just 4 times as much, 4 times the cleanings, twice the price. The math just makes sense. So long-term, you're going to save money with this. All right. Okay, so I hope this video helped. I hope there's some good information for you out there, where if you've never really tried Sera products, I stand behind their products 100%, and I'm only going to give you those products that I believe in. My joy comes, I have businesses, my joy comes from just being in the fish room and breeding and setting up. Now I'm setting up the fish to breed. They decide when to breed, right? So that's another thing. When I used to try to breed for profit, and actually it was my business, I found that I just spent a lot of time stressing on fish breeding, and I lost the enjoyment of the hobby. And that was the thing, is I got in the hobby because I enjoyed it, and then it became a business, and then I wasn't really having as much fun because I was stressing about making money all the time and turnover and all. So just a whole, so now I just enjoy it. And that's kind of why I do it. If you want to see the original unboxing, go to this video here. It'll go through every product that I unboxed and what my initial reaction was, but also you can compare where I was to where I am now.